My name is Teacher Amber, and I'm super duper uber goober heckanoober excited to be hanging out with you today. We're going to learn some more about God's promises, but first we're going to talk about our rules. Rule number 1 is be kind. Be kind to everyone you know all the time. Rule number 2 is that today we're not using any figures of speech. That means no funny expressions or sayings. We have to say exactly what we mean.
Hey, Teacher Amber.
Hey, Teacher Paul.
Have you guys seen outside? It's raining cats and dogs out there.
Teacher Paul, you are breaking our rule.
What? Looks like someone got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning.
It's like herding cats with you. Stop doing that.
Said the pot to the kettle.
I guess you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Okay, let's scrap that rule. Obviously, we're not doing very good.
Yeah, that's too hard.
You can say as many expressions and sayings as you want.
And that's the bee's knees.
Hey, Teacher Paul, do you want to guess how many balls we have in this basket?
What?
Take a guess.
Okay, I know there's more than 3, maybe less than 3 million. I'm gonna say 3,925.
Nope, guess again.
1,000? You know what, why don't I just count them, okay? Okay, I have determined that there are 139.3 balls in there.
No, 581.
What? You took the time to count all those balls.
Yeah, well, and if you think that's hard, just imagine counting all of the sand on the beach or counting all of the stars in the sky. That's what God told Abram to do.
No way! Why would God do something like that?
Well, we have a story about that. Let's go.
Cool.
A long time ago, there was a man named Abram. Abram had a wife named Sarai. God told Abram and his wife to go to a new country away from their friends and family. God promised that he would bless Abram and make him a blessing to all the people of the world. God also promised to give him children so that his family would become a great nation. So Abraham obeyed God. He and Sarah left their families and went to the land of Canaan, where they lived in a tent and raised animals. God kept his promise to bless Abraham. Abraham always had plenty of food and a place to live, and God gave him favor with all the people he met. One night, God told Abram to look up at the stars and try to count them. God told Abram that he would have more children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren than he could count. Abram believed God's promise, even though he didn't get to see that promise until later on. Sometimes God's promises for us are for right now, but sometimes they're for later. Either way, we know that God keeps his promises, even if it's not when we want him to, just like our scripture verse says. Not one of all the good promises that the Lord had made to the house of Israel had failed. Every one came to pass. Joshua 21:45. I love serving a God who keeps his promises. It makes me want to find a way to thank him. I know. There's a Psalm 67, and it has a prayer. We could use that to thank God. Will you help me with that, Teacher Paul?
Sure, that sounds like fun.
Okay, you guys at home can help us too. Every time we say the words us, you can point to yourself and say us too.
And every time we say the word you could point up. like you're pointing to God.
May God be gracious to us and bless us and make his face shine upon us, that your way may be known on earth, your saving power among all nations. Let the peoples praise you, O God. Let all peoples praise you. Let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for you judge the peoples with equity and guide the nations upon the earth. Let the peoples praise you, O God. Let all the peoples praise you. The earth has yielded its increase. God, our God, shall bless us. God shall bless us. Let all the ends of the earth fear him. Psalm 67.
Teacher Amber, that was so cool. Thank you for leading us in it. And thank you, kids, for helping us out with that. Well, that's all the time we have for today. So don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more cool content like this. We'll see you guys next week and on Sunday morning. Bye.